Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another Social Sports Pad podcast. I'm your host, Ricky. With me, as always, is Justin and a couple of guests for us with the nightcap episode. We have Billy, Alex, and Tim. You here, Tim?
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right. So, thank you guys for coming on to the podcast.
For having us.
Our nightcap episode. Um, as we started doing last week. This is essentially a rapid fire, in terms of dealing with all of the games that were played on Sunday. We're going to do a kind of prediction, kind of preview of the Dallas and the New York game that plays tomorrow night. And then we're also going to talk about Cincinnati and the Dolphins that play on Thursday night. Plus, at the end, we had a little something else to talk about in terms of some of the games that were played. Before we begin, everybody say hi.
Good evening.
Hello.
Hello. All right. So thanks a lot, guys. We are going to start with New Orleans and Carolina. Basically, the order is going to follow as this. Billy, you're going to go first, then Alex, then Justin, then Tim. All right? So, Billy, take her away. What is one thing that you saw from the New Orleans Carolina game, if you saw it, or something looking at the stats that pops out at you, about the game? All right, Billy, having a little bit of connection problems. So, Alex, go ahead. What do you see?
Well, finally, Carolina won a game. And just as I mentioned last week, losing in close games, eventually you will win in close games. And so they finally did that today. And McCaffrey, another good day at the office.
All right, Justin, what pops out at you?
That New Orleans isn't what we thought they were. And I'm going off what Alex said is that Carolina finally broke their nine-game winning streak. So that was good for them. So Carolina, good win for them. And New Orleans, I got to figure it out.
All right, what about you, Tim?
Even though Kamara had a good game for New Orleans, I think Carolina and Baker Mayfield had a good game. They won their first win over other teams. So there's only one team that's 0-3, and it's not Carolina. So
yeah. So for me, something that popped out to me is New Orleans. They are just right now coming into slow starts in all their games. Like they were down big against Atlanta in week 1. They couldn't get anything going against Tampa Bay. And then against Carolina, they didn't score any points until the fourth quarter. So basically something's got to, go either, play calling or just something in their, I want to say program, their, schedule or however they, whatever they call it, when they set up a group of plays in the beginning. So
Play
yeah,
calling, yeah.
but I mean they gotta figure out their program on that. Next we're gonna go to Chicago. Talk about the Bears overcoming the Houston Texans. Wow, we lost Justin and Billy. So we'll just go with Alex and Tim. Alex, go ahead and tell us something you saw in this game.
Well, my Texans lost again. And just like last week, we lost another close game. Of course, this was not on the defense. Jalen Petrie balled out today. It's all on the offense. Our offense sucks.
All right. What do you see, Tim?
Even though David Stills had a game, whatever his name is, Stills, a game for
Davis
Houston,
Mills?
but Stills,
General
whatever, Mills,
leading
whatever,
our tank.
Mills, Stills, whatever his name is, I don't care, because I'm texting him, but like the Bears showed they had a team, even though a lot of people got hurt, Montgomery got hurt, they
The
still
Houston Texans are pesky.
you know Montgomery got hurt, they
Thank
still
you
had put
for
a good
noticing.
game. Bears.
Yeah. So yeah, speaking of the Montgomery injury, that was heartbreaking. That took
There was a lot of injuries today.
yeah, there were. Like it is I think the lack of doing anything in the preseason is definitely not helping the health of the players in the beginning of the season. Um,
No.
but yeah, the Montgomery injury was definitely painful for me because I was one of those wonderful
their
people.
backup running back kind of picked up the load, though.
It doesn't get me any money in my DraftKings and FanDuel. Like I needed Montgomery to make me some money, but
Right, exactly.
but no, I mean injuries are definitely unfortunate, and especially seeing how how his backup had performed, like just so many what ifs, especially having him not just on my DFS but in my main fantasy team. Was definitely, oh man, heartbreaking. Um, so from there,
Yeah, but you can save money when you go Fanatics and spend 60% off on your purchase.
I mean, that's apparel, man. Not it's none of my gambling. But yeah, I mean, going on fanatics.com, they do have a sale going on for up to 65% of select items. They have a couple of new collections. They just released a new line of NBA figures for the season, and they have a new NFL apparel collection to browse through. So, going from Chicago, we are going to Indianapolis to talk about one of the big upsets of the day, the Indianapolis Colts toppling the Kansas City Chiefs. What thoughts do you see from that, Alex?
Indy woke up today. They're like, we had it with the losing. We want to show the world that Matt Ryan is good.
Now, what you got, Tim?
Yeah, Indy bounced back from like last week when they got destroyed by the Jaguars, but I think Kansas City Mahomes, I was hard because like Indy has a good defense against, Kansas City had a lot of good defense against Indy by like sacking Ryan on the ground, but I think Kelsey still pulled through and oh my gosh, the running back for Kansas City pulled through.
Yeah, so, I mean, like looking in bits and pieces, following it through Red Zone, there were definitely a lot of head scratching things going on. I mean, there was one play where Jonathan Taylor tried to jump over the pile, and he just got slapped away like a fly at a picnic. But kudos to the Colts doing a rebound against the previously undefeated Kansas City Chiefs. Talking about previously undefeated, going to the next upset special of the day. We go to Miami, where the Miami Dolphins defeated the Buffalo Bills. It was very interesting. Alex, what did you see from it?
I'm surprised they brought Tua back in the game.
Yeah.
because that hit was he must have definitely had a concussion, and
Ah,
it makes sense why the union are investigating Miami.
yeah. I mean, it's not going to do anything to change the outcome of the game. But the player's safety is definitely important. If they do rule it to be concussion, that they did not follow concussion protocol, there will be some fines. There will be some repercussions of that, more than likely. Tim, what did you see about this?
I think the best part was the butt fumble at the end when,
Oh yes, or the butt
or
punt.
even like when they
Butt
got like the touchdown taken away, like when they were doing like I guess the fine or something, and one of the players were doing like showing off, and they got the touchdown take away. It was like, really? It's only a touchdown. You don't have to brag about yourselves.
I mean, everybody does it. A couple things I wanted to take away, from the morning podcast for today. I predicted that Miami was going to come out and win. I really should have gone to place a bet on this. Because there were so many outcomes. I didn't even know what the line is, but man, that was probably the easy money pick. Was taking Miami to beat the spread. Over the Bills. Buffalo had 5 defensive starters out. Couple of their offensive starters, even though they played, Knox and Davis, were still hurt. Buffalo playing on a short week in Miami. There is just like a perfect storm of Buffalo needed to, Miami needed to win this game. And the stats will show that Miami got damn lucky to win this game. Buffalo had double the first downs, double the yards, and double the time of possession that Miami did. So this was kudos, Miami, for your defense for letting Buffalo on the field for 40 minutes and only allowing 19 points.
But Gabriel Davis had a phenomenal game in the second half. I think so. When he came back from injury, he did a couple of good catches from Josh Allen. I think so.
Well, I mean, when you're on the field for, pretty much most of the second half, you're going to have that happen. So from there, we go to Minnesota bouncing back against the Detroit Lions in a nice back and forth game, winning 28-24 over the Lions. What did you take from it, Alex?
Vikings stumbling out the gate again. Albeit it wasn't as bad as what happened on Monday, but still showing that they're not, even though they have the talent, they're not really a top team in the NFC.
Okay, and you, Tim?
I think they found a way to stop Brown from the wide receiver from the Detroit Lions, Amon St. Brown, but also the injury that happened with the Vikings. They lost a big player too, so Vikings and Jefferson wasn't used a lot. They used more Dylan.
Oh, you're talking about a Dalvin Cook injury.
Yeah. Dalvin Cook was a
Luckily
big
he has
injury.
only like a separated shoulder, so he's not going to miss that much time. So
I mean, that's still bad.
But Jefferson didn't play a lot, so Madison, there's a good around team that played. Kirk Cousins knows where to throw. He has all of our team where to throw to. So
all right. So from there, we're going to go to New England, and New England losing to the Baltimore Ravens. So, I mean, a couple takeaways from this before we go into you guys. Mac Jones hurting his ankle, and Baltimore almost letting New England get back into it letting a team back into it for the second week in a row. What do you guys see, Alex?
Mark Andrews had a field day today. He has to be this year is going to be his second year in a row where he's the top receiver for Baltimore. But yeah, they really do need to stop, letting teams get back into it. They need to keep the foot on the gas all 4 quarters.
Oh,
Maybe
funny thing you mentioned Mark Andrews. I'm going to toot my own horn on this one. I correctly was like, oh, Mark Andrews is going to get 2 touchdowns today. And what does Mark Andrews does? He gets me 2 touchdowns. Holla at your boy. So, Tim, what did you see?
I think Lamar Jackson used all the energy from the sponsor that we have to win that game to score 5 touchdowns by himself. But also, if Jason Pierre-Paul, it was a good help for the Ravens defense to pick up. It was a good pickup for free agency to help them stop the Patriots from winning.
Hey, yeah, I mean, yeah, JPP is going to be a very good addition to the Ravens. But yeah, Baltimore, for as stout a defense as they are used to having, for teams to be let back in, because New England almost was able to take the lead in the 4th quarter against Baltimore on this one, which kudos to Mac Jones. I hope he has a nice speedy recovery. I hope any of the players that got hurt today, I wish them a nice speedy recovery. Because these guys are going out there. This is their livelihood. This is how they make money. This is their job. And I mean, as much as we like to talk about how they do and everything like that, we definitely appreciate and love everything that they do. Because without them doing what they do, we don't do what we do.
Does Lamar Jackson have a stash of that energy drink that was sponsored in his locker room that we don't know about?
No. Lamar Jackson is just elite. He's he is major chef's kiss to everybody who was able to get Lamar Jackson this year on their fantasy team. And speaking of Mark Andrews, with Lamar's progression, being a more well-rounded quarterback and being able to hit the receivers that they actually have, Lamar Jackson being able to do what he can do with the ragtag group that he has, it's going to make Mark Andrews definitely better than he has been in the past couple of years when they were double and triple teaming him, because that was his only option. But yeah, I mean, oh man. But yeah, these games definitely they get long in training and everything like that, just like our normal work week. So Dubby Energy, our affiliate sponsor, they have a wonderful code. There is the website attached to our bio. You click the link, you use the code SSPP10, and you get 10% off of your off of your online order with Dubby Energy. Definitely a whole bunch of different flavors and varieties of product that they have. Definitely good set of stuff they got there. But from New England, we are going to go to a place that needed a lot of energy. Speaking of Dubby Energy, we are going to New York to talk about the Jets, who suck. As they fell to the Cincinnati Bengals, 27-12. I really want to just go through this, kind of skip ahead, because there's probably nothing really to be said other than Joe Burrow having a nice little rebound day against the Jets.
False.
What
No, because
you got?
I think Flacco did a decent job passing to his wide receivers, Byron Scott and them. I think Flacco improved me a lot this game. Even though they lose bad, other teams that lost bad, like the Raiders and stuff that have 0-3, but I think Flacco and Byron Scott, I think stepped up the game a little bit.
Hey, you say what you say. Losing by 15 at home. We're gonna talk. About other teams that drop big at home. But we're gonna go to somebody who actually won at home. especially since you talked about the Raiders losing again to the Tennessee Titans today in Tennessee to fall to being our only 0-3 team. What were you guys' thoughts on it? Alex, you got anything?
Man, well, I mean, I guess their coach
Right?
has to be on the hot seat because not even my team, the Texans, are 0-3. We're 0-2-1.
You I mean, Tim, do you see anything rather quick on these guys?
Tannehill bounced back from the 2 games loss that he lost against and bounced back. He impressed me a lot this game. He bounced back for the 2 games that they lost, like close games, and bounced back in this game.
I mean, last week wasn't a close loss to Tennessee, but it was nice to see the Tennessee Titans bounce back from their ash whooping that they got from the Buffalo Bills on Monday night in a short week to beat the Las Vegas Raiders. Now we're going to go to a team that I thought was going to actually pull an upset. The Washington Commanders. The only thing they commanded today was that big L. So, what did you guys see from Philly whooping on them Commanders? Alex.
Jalen Hurts, as the kids say now, is him. He had a hat trick today, and he spread the ball too because he spread it to AJ Brown. He also showed Devonta Smith some love, and
a lot of love,
showing he can be at the end of the year a top 10 QB.
Yeah, Tim, what you got?
Yeah, Jalen Hurts is one of my quarterbacks in my league. He did a phenomenal job, and Gibson did all right for the Commanders, but I think the quarterback for the Commanders, Wentz, is the wrong team. He needs to go to a different team. I don't think he's the help fix the candidate. I think he needs to go with a better team.
Hey, as you said in the chat about Jimmy G, maybe Carson Wentz should consider retiring, man. But no. So my thought about this is I think that Hurts put himself in kind of the MVP talk discussion right now. Devonta Smith, I am so glad you showed up today. Welcome back welcome to the 2022 season, sir. And basically all in all, like I like how Philly is looking right now, being 3-0, especially in that kind of NFC East division. But that wasn't the biggest whooping that happened today. The biggest whooping came in Los Angeles as the LA Chargers got spanked by the Jaguars. What did you guys see?
Man, I thought the Chargers were going to win this game easy, but I was wrong. As we know, the Chargers, for some reason, cannot win when it matters most or when it's easy. Set up on a plate.
I don't know about all that saying it's easy. Yeah, go ahead, Tim.
The Jaguars shocked the Chargers because Chargers were missing a lot of offense players like Keenan
Was that
Allen.
pun intended?
Huh?
Was that pun intended? Shocking the Chargers.
No, because Keenan Allen was out, so they missed a lot of offense plays. But Jaguars always know how to play games. Jaguars, Allen Robinson, one the young rookie quarterback.
James Robinson.
James Robinson, whatever.
There you go.
Confused. Yeah, the running back for the Jaguars, Robinson. So, but he's doing always a good job for he's playing his A game. every time he's getting the ball.
Understandable. Like my seeing on this, I mean, definitely the injury to Justin Herbert is definitely taking taking his toll on that offense. He made a couple of mistakes early on that probably he wouldn't have made if he was 100%. The Chargers defense got a little bit hurt losing Bosa early on in that game. And anybody who kind of said that the Jaguars in this game was, like super easy. I mean, the Jaguars just before this game against the Colts shut them out. So like this Jaguars team is going to be very feisty, going down the stretch, hopefully, because, you never want them to be paper tigers. All right. And going from LA, we go a little bit south. We're going to Arizona. We're going to talk about the LA Rams. Beating the Arizona Cardinals 22-12. What did you guys see in that game, Alex?
Well, I guess the Cardinals couldn't pull any magic like last week, but just another bad game for them. Not necessarily due to the players, but just due to coaching.
All right, Tim.
I am shocked Matthew Stafford didn't get a touchdown. Like, all the touchdowns came from Cooper Cup, but they all did themselves. But I think Marquise Brown stepped a lot up for Arizona. He had a good game for Arizona, but they didn't have enough energy to knock out Rams. But
I mean, my God, yeah, like Hollywood Brown. It just seemed like every play that I saw was like a pass that was completed to him. So kudos to that man right there. So go to a couple of the weird games, that had, some weird instances happening. We go to Seattle, where they actually had a delay because of a drone being flown around in the airspace of the stadium without consent of the NFL. So they actually had to stop the game for that. That was kind of weird. But Atlanta was able to pull off the victory over Seattle. What thoughts do you guys have, Alex?
Let's see. Cordero Patterson had a good day. Last week they split carries with him and Tyler Allgeier, but today they were said, "Here, get us a win," and they did get a win. So that was good.
And you, Tim?
even though Seattle lost, I think DK Metcalf had a phenomenal game. Always has a phenomenal game. And Noah Fant, except of his game as tight end, he had a awesome 50-yard catch from Geno Smith. But I don't think Geno Smith is a right quarterback for the team either. Yeah, he's making a lot of mistakes. I think they should give the backup Drew Lock a chance to step up his QB.
Yeah, I mean, I have a feeling that in a couple weeks they are going to call for Geno Smith's head. I mean, he did, nice stat wise, but the stats are all well and good, but we want W's instead of dishing us up the big L's. DK Metcalf, as you said, had a decent game. The way Geno Smith plays with it, it's DK or nothing. It's like DK Metcalf picked him up, slammed him against the locker, and was like, "You will give me the ball as much as I want the ball."
Right.
Yeah, that's kind of like the feeling I get. But then again, seriously, with the way DK looks, would you mess with him? A couple of my friends we were talking about that today, and definitely I wouldn't mess with DK as well.
But I think the ball is split between Lockett. Lockett always has a good game for the catches from Geno Smith, so they always have like a balanced game between DK and Lockett in the game.
I mean, Lockett's a phenomenal receiver. Just if you could get a good, good quarterback in there to actually throw them the ball, like, so we go to Green Bay and Tampa. Apparently, this game was delayed in the beginning because of a beehive. That was on one of the goalposts, so they had to get that taken care of before the game. At Green Bay came and beat the receiver depleted Buccaneers in Tampa Bay. What did you guys see, Alex?
Let's see. This was possibly the last meeting between Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers won out. So
Yeah,
we're
Tim.
gonna miss these battles.
I mean, yeah.
Even though Buccaneers they have Evans for the game, I think Fournette played his A game. His running game, he always has a good running game. And they utilize Gage a lot, so he has a lot to gauge Brady, his tight end. So
I don't know about you guys, but from what I have seen, this is not the same Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense that won the Super Bowl against the Kansas City Chiefs a couple years ago. There is no oomph, no fire, no spark. Tom Brady is playing like a skeleton, not as the GOAT. Probably a devil goat, not the goat, because this offense is just woeful in Tampa Bay. I almost want to, bring it up to say that Tampa right now has the lowest scoring offense in the NFL.
Oh man.
Because I mean, like, they didn't do well against Dallas. They didn't do well against New Orleans. Yeah, they scored 20 points, but they did have that pick six. So
is this the Sunday night game with the goal scores?
I mean, yeah, they weren't. Yeah, they weren't as low as this awful debacle that we just witnessed in Denver between the 49ers and the Broncos, an 11-10 victory by the Denver Broncos. What did you guys see?
Oh man. I thought Thursday's game was gonna be bad. It was actually a whole lot more enjoyable than tonight's game.
Yeah.
But we saw that Denver still struggles on offense. I think that's going to be the story of this season for them.
What did you see, Tim?
I see the lowest scoring game. Even though like Colton Sutton, like Russell Wilson got Colton Sutton and Williams a lot, but he didn't like. Where's the number one target? Judy. He didn't get like. Judy's like his number one target. Where's Judy at? He didn't pass.
I think actually Cortland Sutton is going to be number one.
Cortland Sutton, that boy is number one. Judy is definitely the number
similar
two.
To DK.
Mm-hmm. But like I think Melvin Gordon had a good game too.
Melvin Gordon did great. I like both of the running backs in Denver. But there's definitely problems on both teams right now. Like I absolutely wish they could have flexed the Buffalo Miami game to this time slot. It would have been great. But things that I've definitely been seeing, Jimmy G is coming off of his shoulder surgery, and it definitely shows.
Yes,
And also that
especially today.
yep. And Russell Wilson, absolutely no flipping excuse for what he is unable to do with the ball. He is sailing his throws way too high from everybody, and that is leading to a lot of completions. I don't know if it's he's not used to the Denver air or anything like that, but come on, Russ, you need to cook. But right now, you are just frying yourself. Um, so that's the Sunday games. Um, I'm gonna basically pull out the three upsets, that happened in my opinion today. And basically I want each of you guys to kind of tell me which of these three you feel is the most shocking upset in the NFL of this week. We have the Colts beating Kansas City. We have Miami beating Buffalo, and we have Jacksonville beating the Chargers. Alex, which one do you think was the shocker?
Honestly, for me, the shocker was the Jaguars beating the Cardinals. Jeez, the Jaguars beating the Chargers,
The Bolts.
and that has to be the number one upset for this week. Because honestly, I was sleeping on them. I'm like, oh, the Chargers, they're good. I mean, they barely lost last Thursday. They have Justin Herbert, who's shades of Andrew Luck, hopefully minus the injuries. But yeah, that one was the upset for me.
All right. Tim, which one did you see was the most shocking?
I think it was the Colts versus Kansas City. Like Colts from behind, got destroyed by Jacksonville, got destroyed, tied with Alex's wonderful team, the Houston Texans, the week one. But
Yep.
I think Mahomes, didn't play his best game. That's why the Colts won. I think so.
I'm going to agree with Tim. I definitely think the shocker of the week was definitely the Chiefs losing to the Colts. I mean, the Chargers, I had a feeling they were going to definitely struggle with the injury of Herbert, with the absence of Keenan Allen. I definitely knew that the Chargers offense was going to be at a half charge, not a fully charged offense. Miami beating Buffalo. I mean, Miami is a good team. They are definitely not a slouch team. Good defense, great, offensive weapons. Definitely probably the fastest offense in the NFL. And Buffalo coming with half of their defensive starters out with injury, a few bangs ups on offense, and coming off of a short week in Miami in 80 something degree weather. I mean, absolutely, positively, I saw the Bills losing this game. So yeah, not, Kansas City having no excuse to lose to the Colts, who have not played well at all. They did not play well against Houston, even having to come back from behind to tie with Houston, getting shut out by the Jaguars. Definitely, they were not playing their best ball to, beat Kansas City in Indy. Definitely shocking to me. Basically, enough about today. Let's talk about tomorrow. We have Dallas and New York. So basically, give me one bold prediction that you have, only one, and then tell me who you think is going to win between Dallas and the Giants. Alex, who you got?
My bold prediction: Sterling Shepard could go
Ham?
70 plus receiving yards and 1 touchdown.
All right, that's a great fantasy day for most people if you got Sterling Shepard. Tim, give me your bold lock and who's you win. Oh yeah, Alex, I almost totally blew bat. Who's winning?
Yeah, my prediction is based on good form. I think the Giants are going to win. However, this
Did
would
you just soccer us?
Wait, what?
Did you just soccer us with good form?
I know, yeah, good form because they have been in good form.
Yeah,
What, 2 wins, right?
Yep.
In
All
two
right.
games.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Giants should win. However, this could probably be a low scoring game, maybe somewhere in the teens and 20s.
Okay. All
But yeah,
right.
Giants
Now.
win.
All right. Now. Okay. So we got Giants winning. Now we'll go to Tim.
So I have a question:
What's up?
Is Gallup playing this game for Dallas?
Is who?
Michael Gallup, is going to play this game.
I'm not even sure. I haven't looked at the injury report because, quite honestly, I don't really follow Dallas.
But
And
Same.
I think Ezekiel.
yeah.
I think if Ezekiel gets one touchdown for me, I win because I have Ezekiel on my roster for fantasy. I think Ezekiel needs to step up his game and get at least a touchdown. I'm shocked if he gets a touchdown, but if he
I
doesn't,
don't know. Tony Pollard, he's been the better back so far.
yeah.
So,
But anything
who
happens.
do you got winning, Tim?
I think I
Dallas
think
or?
I think Dallas could give Giants the win against the Giants and give Giants the upset loss.
All right. So, I am going to go. My wonderful bold prediction is going to be that the Dallas Cowboys are going to beat the New York Giants on the strength of their defense. I definitely see Danny Dimes throw not one, but two pick sixes against the Dallas Cowboys in this game. I mean, yes, the World Cup is coming, so we have that wonderful good form, for the Giants. But still, I definitely do not see the Giants winning tomorrow night. And finally, we'll pull the same. We have the Thursday night game to start week 4. It's going to be Cincinnati versus Miami. In Cincinnati, both the Bengals and the Dolphins coming off of victories. So what do you see? And I need bold, man. Let's go bold.
So we have an undefeated team so far and a team that just got their first win.
All right.
And this game will be in Cincy, so honestly, I kind of want to go upset with Cincy winning, but barely, maybe like within a field goal.
Okay.
And I would like to see Joe Burrow ball out, or it would be kind of like a shootout between Joe Burrow and Tua. Since, Tua has Tyreek and then Burrow has Jamar. So should be a good game with the Bengals just getting the win, just getting by.
All right, Tim, what you got? Dolphins and Bengals.
Definitely Dolphins because Jalen Waddle maybe score over 100 yards with 2 touchdowns, like he always does. Because Tua is gonna play. Doesn't matter if he has a concussion or a broken arm or whatever he has. He's still gonna play a game against Cincy, and Cincy's gonna lose by like 10 points.
All right, so you guys ready? You guys ready for this boldness?
Let's go.
All right, so yeah, here we go. Now here is my boldness. If Tua is playing Thursday night, he will throw for 6 touchdowns. 2 of which will be to Waddle, and 2 of which will be to Hill. And both Hill and Waddle will have over 150 yards receiving. How's that for bold?
Yeah, that is bold.
And
That
who's
is
the other
very
two?
Tucking it every play.
that is so bold. It has its own line to it. Definitely, I see Miami winning, improving to 4-0.
So who's the other two going to?
What's up?
You said 6 touchdowns. Who's the other two going to?
Probably
Gesicki.
one to Kazeki and one to either Chase Edmonds or Raheem must start, because that boy must start.
I got
All right.
the thing.
Joke. But well, all right. So basically, that is pretty much our show for tonight. Thank you guys so much for listening in to hear basically us talk to ourselves for about an hour. If you like us, please make sure you do hit the wonderful follow button. We are available on all of the platforms that you are able to listen to podcasts for. If you'd like us, share us with your friends, and share with us some feedback. We love trying to get better. Thank you, Alex and Tim, for sticking around the entire time and helping me get through this. Definitely cannot do these things alone. And basically, with everybody, I hope you have a good week, and if not, have a good season. Thank you.
And subscribe to the YouTube channel. They also have a YouTube channel. Subscribe.
Yes.
No, we do. We're also working on our own Discord channel to kind of
So stay
start
tuned
reporting
for
all
updates.
the other sports and everything. All right. Thanks, guys.
See ya.